Hey y'all, it's Michelle from Monkey's Creations. Come on in. I went live in the wrong group. So if you're in the VIP group, psych, I'm not live there. Come over here. Oh goodness. Good morning, good morning. Just making sure I'm in the right group. The heck? There we go. The other page. Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Monday. Is everybody excited? So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm actually going to do 3 different folds on one flower. And the middle, I'm thinking we're going to use some hydrangeas. So this one's going to be a little different. I have not done one like this before. So come on in. Make sure you have your coffee. We may be here a minute. But I have loaded the board, if you can see that. Hello, hello. So I have loaded all of row 2, all of row 3. I've loaded all of row 4 and use the ones in between. So the shared holes are all filled, and then depending on what the center looks like when I get all of that done, we may be doing something else there. So we're going to have to wait until we get to that part to see what we're going to do. So I'm winging it. Here I am. I know I was in the wrong group. Sorry. Sorry. So let me show you what the first petal looks like. So I said we're going to do 3 different petals on one flower. So the first one is going to be, now I did wood burn all of this. Okay. So this one is going to be our sunflower petal. So I'm just going to scrunch it from one end to the other. Just like this. Flip it up. Now I am putting one over the other. Okay. Super busy. What? Good afternoon. It's still morning here. Nope, it's afternoon. Okay. And then I'm just going to rubber band it. Now these rubber bands I get at, actually somebody sent me these and I don't even remember who. I don't remember where I got them, honestly. But they have them at Dollar Tree. And so they worked perfectly for these. So that's the first petal. The second petal is going to be a Dean Michael that's going to go over this petal. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to find our middle. Now just be a little bit careful with this type of mesh. It does work. It is a little bit harder to use, but it's gorgeous once we get it on. So 1, 2, 3. I do have to watch my nails. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Good morning. And we're going to rubber band that one as well. Okay. So our first petal is the sunflower. Second one is the Dean Michael over the sunflower. And it's going to look just like that. Okay. So I'm going to do all of these on row 2 and 3. And then we're going to come in and we're going to put our lolly petals on row 4 and then decide what to do, if anything, on row 5. But I will show y'all the lolly petals once we get to that part. Okay. I am looking for these babies because I'm definitely going to need these. Because we got a whole lot of mesh going on here, y'all. So I'm just putting one right over the other. I was in the VIP group. So you can definitely float my boat. I would appreciate it. Okay, isn't that pretty? Now I do have most of these already done, so we can just start throwing these in here. I know, the lolly petal. The lolly. I hate making them, but they are pretty. So I'm just going to bring this over there. That way it sits pretty right on top. Okay. I know I love these colors. Now I don't really know how much mesh you're going to need, because y'all, I just was counting and trying to make sure I filled the board. But I can tell you total cuts after we're done. How about that? Kim, I just made this one in the beginning, and I only held out one to make. So unfortunately, you'll have to watch the replay. Sorry. I usually leave out more than one, but I got carried away. And then I got sidetracked, y'all. So I'm standing in the kitchen prepping all of these petals, and I hear my pool bubbling. Now, if you can imagine, I'm inside. I've got Netflix on my computer, and I hear outside my pool bubbling. So you know it was loud. So I go walking out there, because I can't run these days. My hip's killing me. I go walking out there really quickly, and the big tank for the pool is like a geyser. The water is going over my head, y'all. I was like, what in the world? So immediately turned off the pool, called the pool people. I'm like, y'all got to get over here. I do wood burn all of these. Anytime I'm using poly burlap, it is best to wood burn them. If you don't have a wood burner, you can just cut them, and then just be careful of the frays. Okay. So I had to, and y'all, like, I had just filled the pool up because it was below the level it's supposed to be. And within probably 10 minutes, it was already down like 4 or 5 inches, which is a lot for a pool. I mean, it drained that quickly. I was like, oh my God, there goes this water bill. Hello, hello. So we're doing just a regular sunflower petal with a Dean Michael on top of it. So I know I cut 24 of these, because on row 2 and 3 you'll need 24. Okay? Because you've got 16 and then 8. No, it didn't freeze, because it's, I mean, we've kept the pool on the whole time. because we know the pools can freeze. So we let it run constantly without ever shutting it off until this morning when we woke up. We turned it off because it was in the 40s. But then like an hour later when the pumps clicked on, it was all over. And actually, we really haven't had that many problems with the pool. And we've had it over 12 years. You know, we go through cleaners sometimes quite a bit. But as far as actually maintenance and big out-of-pocket expenses, we haven't had it. I guess it's time. Can you tell me as a triangle or are they square folded? It's the regular sunflower fold with the Dean Michael on top. So you've got your 10 by 10 diamond shaped scrunch right up the middle for the sunflower. And then the Dean Michael is cut in half, and I've used these quite a bit. But I did show it at the beginning of the video, so you can catch the replay. Sorry. Usually I save one per row, but I got sidetracked, y'all. Hello, hello. Can you tell me where to get openings for your sennas? If you're wanting to buy my sennas, they're on monkeyscreations.com. Making the sennas is one of those things that I keep to myself. I don't give that away, if that's what you're wanting to know. Except the rope sennas. There is a video on my YouTube channel on how to make the rope sennas, but not the glitter. Hello, hello. Oh, I do have an extra one of these. I'll show you on the next fold. And I'll take one of these apart and show you the fold again. How about that? How about that? Let me take one of these apart and I'll show you. All right, so you have a 10 by 10. Okay. Diamond shaped. Scrunch it right up the middle. Flip it. I always bring my left over my right, but you can do that any way you want. Kind of make sure they're even. And then I just use an elastic band. They're not rubber bands, okay? Now, Debbie, I ain't telling you that neither. Betty, I come live honestly whenever I can. I have no set time. It's just whenever I have a minute, honestly. All right, now this is the Dean Michael. It is originally 10 by 10 cut in half. So you're going to find your senna. Scrunch it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Rubber band that. Okay, and then go up underneath and extend that whole petal. Okay, and then this goes over that. Right, I'm running out of room. It got big quick. Oh, let me, y'all, I will have these everywhere. Let me close that up. Thanks. All right. You're welcome. It's like, why is there such a hump? Because it was my zip tie. Okay, so we're doing every set of holes on row 2. Your favorite color is pink. Hello, hello. Oh Lord, I hope I counted right. I did bring my mesh in if I didn't. And these are just the elastic bands from Dollar Tree. I honestly don't know where these came from. I just found them. So somebody sent them to me. But they work really well until you break them and they start flicking your fingers. Then some cuss words come out of my mouth. Hello. All right. Once we get done with this first row, it'll go quickly. And I just always like to make sure I put them in place before I zip tie it down. Lunch break. What's that? I want a lunch break. All right, last one going in. So because I'm OCD, I'm going to lift this petal up. That way my pattern is the same all the way around. And bring this one up over that. There we go. Now my pattern is the same. There we go. All right. That row is done. So zip tie gun, tightens and cups your zip ties all at once. Oh, broke that zip tie. Let's see if we can save it. That happens sometimes, y'all. Don't fret. Your petals are already banded. So just throw you another zip tie on there. And go about it. You were grocery shopping. My groceries arrived at 8:05 this morning. I ordered them early. Hello, hello. Okay, now if you want, you can go ahead and start putting in your lolly petals from here. Which, okay, y'all tell me. So, lolly petals, or another set of these petals and then the lolly. What do you think? I like it either way. If we do it this way, if we do this, a lolly petal, then we'll do the pink, I'm sorry, the white, and then we could do a pink lolly inside and have 2 rows of the lolly. What do y'all think? More of the sunflower petals or more lollies? Another set of the petals and then the lollies. That works for me because that's less lollies I have to make. Most of them are done, but all right. So 1 more row of these. That's what I had in my head, but I cut enough that I could have done it either way. But if you're going to do lollies on this row, you've got to make sure that you do the shared holes in between. Okay? Look, y'all, Deanna lost her mind. She done lost it. Oh, it's almost done that to me too, Barbara. I almost knocked my daggone eyeball out. And it did, I think it did stab me in the face one time. I was not happy. Thank goodness it didn't do it live, because I'd have been banned from Facebook permanently, probably. What did y'all do this weekend? Need safety glasses for sure. Oh, I did count right, y'all. You never know. I was standing in the kitchen yesterday. Monkey comes up and he's like, I can count to 100, Grandma, real quick. I'm like, you can? He's like, yeah. 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. I lost it, y'all. I laughed so hard. 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100. He said it again. I was like, you are too smart. Oh, he does take after me. And that may not be a good thing. Because The stuff that comes out of his mouth, I was like, oh, you are my grandson. Man, I made too many, actually, y'all. So I'm just going up under that petal and kind of lifting it so it doesn't lay flat and it's got that nice poof. You're new? Well, welcome, Annie. I am Michelle from Monkey's Creations. So if you have any questions, ask away. I try to answer just about anything. A dark brown would look cool. I always like pink and brown together. All right, last one. There we go. Now we got the lollies, y'all. All right, so lolly petal. Let me turn it over so I can show you, pew pew, so I can show you what I'm doing. So these are the regular sets of holes that you'll usually use, just like here. For this, I am using the shared holes as well. That way we get a complete circle. Why aren't you putting the severed edge over the cut edge? Well, if you look, all you see are my serged edges. You never see my cut edges. Never. All right, let's make a lolly, y'all. So, same thing, 10 by 10, okay? As always, serged edge, upper left, bottom right. Okay, we're going to bring this tip down to here and fold it sideways. A delicious pink donut. Okay, and then I'm going to stretch it, and we're going to pinch right here in our imaginary center. Okay, and then all I'm doing is we're going to take this edge, flip it up, so you're going to raise it up to the ceiling, and bring it in till it meets. Okay, same thing. Take this edge, put it up to the ceiling, and then just scoop it in, just like that, okay? And then you can kind of play with them from there, okay? Really easy. And then just clip them. Okay, now I did save a few for these to show y'all, so, because that one's always a little more difficult. It is easy, I promise. So I'm going to clip most of that off because you don't need all of that, okay? And then we're going to put these right in every set. Okay. Now, when you do this, you want to make sure that you line it up all the way around. So you don't want one down here and then your next one clear up there. So you'll see me kind of line them up. I'll put my first one, and then you'll see me kind of line them up so that they all look symmetrical all the way around. Okay, just like that. Now there's going to be a lot of zip ties in here because remember we're using every set of holes and every shared hole. So just be patient. Okay, so see how I'm just kind of lining them up? And you can clip the zip ties if you want as you go so that they don't get in your way or get on your nerves. Don't use your good scissors to cut all this mesh. You'll ruin them. Yes, you can make them even bigger if you want. Totally up to you. And when I make the next petal, I'll show you how to do that. So these can be any size you want. They can be big or they can be small. Totally up to you. What would you charge for a bow using my method? It really just depends on the mesh and how many ribbons you wanted. But I would say 25, probably right offhand without knowing. Now they're going to kind of start getting smushed, but that's kind of the look I was going for. So the more petals you get in here, the narrower this petal is going to be, okay? It kind of wants to pop up there. Mesh doesn't listen very well. But hopefully when we get these others in here, it'll start to behave. That off. Hello, hello. I don't know exactly. We will find out when I'm done because I have never done one of these before, so I don't know exactly how much it's going to take yet, but we'll count after I'm done and give you a rough estimate. Why the lolly petal in the middle? Why not? Why not? Something different. So I'll make another one and I'll show you the difference. Okay, 10 by 10, diamond shaped, this corner to this corner. Okay, turn it sideways, stretch it, find your middle, pinch it. Okay, this end to the ceiling. So just bring it up and round it down. Okay, same thing to the ceiling and just bring it in just like that. Okay, well, that one was kind of funky. Let's see if we can fix it. Okay, can't fix it. Hold on, let's make it again. Okay, up into the center, up into the center, much better. Now, if you want it smaller, just bring your zip tie up further. If you want it bigger, bring your zip tie down and you have a bigger petal. Okay? So totally up to you. But I want mine to be the same size as we've been using. Now, y'all, I'm gonna fuss with these. You just don't pay no never mind. It's always good to be a little different once in a while. That one. There we go. Really came apart at the end. It's Michelle's flower. That's what it is. I have no idea, y'all. Sometimes you just want to do something different. Now, if I leave just the white, we can do the pink hydrangeas for the center. Or if I do another row of pink lollies, we can do the white in the center. What do y'all think? I probably will go back and fix some of these. Just because y'all know me. Y'all like the pink center, which means this would be the only row of lollies. which means we would have a really big flower center. Oh, I know. I will fuss with this all stinking day, y'all. Or I would. I could. I won't because I have other stuff to do, but I definitely could. Because I think some are starting to get a little bit off. Some bigger than others, or longer than others. Oh, I know you would, Deanna. No lying. No lying. All right, 3 more. Y'all, I made too many of these too. You can't change your mind now, Catherine. But I will put, I'll make a couple and show you what it would look like if we did another row. Let's see how I'm starting to get off. It's hard working from an angle like this. I don't know how I counted so many. What would I charge for? Oh, goodness. Honestly, because I don't know the amount of material I'm actually using yet, I would just have to say probably 90 right offhand. All right, one more, y'all. Holy man. Now you could definitely make these lollies even smaller if you wanted. All right, let's see if we can make some room for some of these. Okay, so if we left it like this, isn't that cool? What I would do is get you a disc, because we're going to have to make this center really a little bit bigger. Now I know I brought a disc in here. There it is. So I would grab a disc. And let's see, if we're using the pink, where's my cutters? Oh, well, we'll use scissors. Hopefully. Oh man. Okay. We're not using scissors. Hold on. Oh, maybe it did work. But let's use something else so I don't just totally destroy those. Oh man, it's not in here either. What the heck? Where's all my stuff? This is what happens when you work out of 2 rooms, y'all. So what I would do is I would get a disc, because a disc is gonna give you something. Okay, so it would fit right on there. And then I would just push these in. The baby guinea pigs. I showed them the other day. And just I should have cut that one a little bit shorter. But y'all, you'll get it. However many it takes. Y'all don't ruin your scissors like I'm doing. Of course, I would glue these in for sure. Look, we got one lonely hydrangea left. We might as well use it. Oh man. Right there. Now, of course, I would take more time and make sure that it's more circular to fill in that center. Okay. Oh, the babies. Hush. Shut it up. Okay. But if you wanted to make a smaller center, then you could go in and put in more. We'll just do it. Flip it around like a pizza. And I'll turn it over in just a minute to show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I just went here, 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 and here. So the regular set of holes. All right, we'll just make four lollies real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 10 by 10. Would that fit between 2 doors? Probably. I'll measure it in just a minute. Okay, tip to tip, turn it sideways, stretch it, pinch it up to the ceiling, walk it in, walkie, 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 ceiling, walkie, walkie, walkie. And then just clip it. So I'm going to do these real quick. Thanks. Definitely something different. I usually don't make things like this because, y'all, it is really time consuming. Yeah, you could do every other if you wanted. That was kind of the look I was going for. But if you want nice full lollies like this, then definitely do that. Whatever floats your boat, y'all. Okay, so we'll just put 4 in this one. Cut off that end. Now you'll see that I left these open this time because we are kind of running out of room here. So see, now this petal will be left a little more open than these because I'm not doing every set of holes. So it really is totally up to you how you want to do it. Okay. We're going to leave this one open a little bit more. Looks like a little bunny head. Oh, funny. Bring it down just a little bit more. Okay, so see how I'm just kind of opening those up and keeping them open? Pull that one just a little bit more. Oh, I probably tightened it too much. Oi, 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 oi. Let me see. Well, it'll have to work. Nope, it's gonna drive me crazy, y'all. I gotta fix it. Let me see. Let's see if I can. Clip it with my scissors. Let's clip it. Another zip tie. And don't tighten this one so tight so I can move it. Much better. All right. So I actually, okay, so that's what we have. And then, look, I'm not even going to cut these. I have to. Give me 2 seconds. I know where it's at. I have the hoof cutters. So this one can be a little smaller. So let's take these out of the disc. Okay, so that would be too big. So I'm just gonna kind of set these in there. So these can actually just get glued in if you want. But I will actually cut. I did it. Oh my God. I'll actually cut this a little bit smaller and use it. Do I have, oh, I do have a knife right here. Hold on. Okay. And then stick these just a little bit smaller. See, you gotta love when a plan comes together, y'all. Whether it's what you planned or not. Oh, goodness. And then I would just glue, you can glue that right in there. Now we could probably make it even smaller. Let's see if we can cut it one more time. And see what it would look like with just 2. What do y'all think? Now I will probably redo some of these petals, and I may even, y'all, to be honest, I will probably go back in and do here to here, here to here, here, and do 4 more lolly petals. Okay? And then I will probably only use maybe 1 hydrangea right in the middle, depending on my coverage. Okay? You know, to be quite honest, that's probably what I'm going to do. One of the reasons is because there is such a big gap that I want to cover that. Does that make sense? Oh, there's a zip tie. All right. I can at least stick that in there. It's not going, it's not going. With the pink, yeah, you could always do the pink as well. But with that pink senna, I would probably use the white. If we did it the other way around, then I would have used the pink. Yeah, I'll put 4 more petals. And I may even play around and see what just the one looks like and not use the shared holes on the back. But either way, no matter what I do, I will post a picture and tell y'all exactly what changes I made. But it's pretty. I'm excited. All right. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. VIPers, we will see you tonight for chit chat. If you're not a VIPer, join. We'd love to have y'all. All right. Have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.